Hey, come on in, y'all. Surprise, surprise. I'm back on here again this week. Still taking it easy, y'all. Anywho, I was just thinking I wanted to try some air fryer chicken wings. I almost bought some while I was out at the store already cooked. But then I thought I got all these wings in my refrigerator that I'm planning on having some for Thanksgiving, and I might do some air fryer ones for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go ahead and do a test shot tonight. So I thought I'd call y'all up and see what you're doing and ask you to come on in, hang out with me for a little while I thought these out halfway in the microwave and other half in some water, soaked them in some pink salt and vinegar. So I'm getting ready to just go ahead and get the seasonings on them. I've never done raw wings in the air fryer. They've always been, already frozen, already cooked. So I thought, all these wings, I'm going to cook my own. Because I think the cooked ones were like 10 of them or 12 of them for $12. And I thought, you know what? I got plenty of wings. So we're going to try these air fryer wings with using, like I said, we're going to be using some fresh raw chicken wings. Hope y'all are having a God bless evening. Hope you've had a great week. It's almost at the end of the week again. I've had appointments 3 days this week, so I'm about tuckered out. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to end up with some good old crispy. Prayerfully, they're going to turn out just like I'm expecting or anticipating. So I'm going to go ahead and start on these crispy wings. Like I said, I've already cleaned them up, cut them in half, and the recipe that I was looking at called for you to cut them and then cut the wing tips off. No, 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 no. I don't think so. I'm not cutting my wing tips off because I love the wing tip. To me, that's one of the better parts of the chicken. And they're not that hard to cook. So we're going to do them. I was wanting to cook them whole, but I think I'm just going to behave myself and do them like this. So what I'm going to do, it calls for, now this is about 5 pounds of wings. So y'all can get the ingredients as we go along. I mean, who cooks a pound of wings? I don't. This is about 5 pounds of wings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them back into my bowl here. Put them in the bowl. Get rid of this plate. And the recipe calls for you to put some oil on them. So I'm going to put some olive oil. This is about a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to take this olive oil. I know I'm going to have to get more. Probably a fourth of a cup for this many wings. So we're going to do them with olive oil. Finish that bottle off. Get it in the trash. Thank God the trash man's coming tomorrow. So that will go outside. Now I've got another bottle of Bertolli olive oil, brand new bottle. We'll get that open. And we're going to pour. So in all, for this 5 pounds of wings, we're using about a fourth of a cup of our olive oil. Okay? That should be enough. Okay. Get them all drenched in oil. I'm going to try to measure as much as I can so y'all can get an idea. Then you can break this down. If you don't want to do 5 pounds, then, you break it down to however you want it. Okay. This seasoning that I'm getting ready to do next is my everything but the kitchen. It says pink salt, but this is everything but the kitchen sink seasoning that I'm getting ready to put in here right now. I need a spoon, a little bit of a longer handle. So we're gonna do a tablespoon, and it's not very salty, so tablespoon and a half of that. Then we're gonna do about a teaspoon of, y'all know what it is, lemon pepper. About a teaspoon of lemon pepper. I got my little measuring spoons out here. I'm gonna use them for a change. How about that? Hey, about that. That's a half of a tablespoon. Well, about a half a tablespoon should be okay. Sprinkle them with that. Okay. Hope y'all are having a great evening and enjoying life and anticipating Thanksgiving. I am. Y'all know I'm about ready for Thanksgiving to be here. I've been doing a little bit of shopping. I already had my brisket. I think I shared with y'all. I bought a brisket about a couple months ago, and I've never used it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a brisket for Thanksgiving. My neighbor daughter's brother does the chopped turkey barbecue. So he's going to do a 23-pound turkey for me. And I'm going to have that. And I think I'm going to do turkey parts. I don't think I'm going to bake a whole turkey. This is some chicken bouillon seasoning, y'all. Get some of that going. Okay. And we're going to get us some black pepper going. Oh, that was a tablespoon of that chicken bouillon. This is about half a tablespoon of chicken bouillon. I'm sorry. Black pepper, y'all. That was black pepper. That was not bouillon. Oh, my garlic powder. Where's my garlic powder? Y'all know I gotta have a garlic and onion powder. I got over here on the other side of the room. I'm gonna need a tablespoon of onion powder. I need this big spoon because I need to. So there we go. Okay. Okay, that is onion powder. Okay. Put that cap back on there. And we're going to do a couple tablespoons of garlic powder. There's a one. Y'all probably said this is a lot of, see, the ancestors didn't say stop yet, and plus this is a lot of chicken. It's 5 pounds, y'all. So everything pretty much is 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, a tablespoon of my chicken bouillon seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper, and of course a 1/4 cup of olive oil in there. So what I'm going to do now is get these all mixed up really good together. And I'm actually going to let these sit for a little while. I'm not going to cook them right away. I'm going to let all these seasonings marinate on them a little bit. So I'm just stirring them now. I'm going to get my hands in here in a minute, because I want those seasonings to go all the way through those wings, so when I put them into the air fryer, they'll be nice and tasty, y'all. Nice and tasty. Those seasonings smell so wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, y'all. You just can't hardly take it. Now, you know I'm going to put a little bit of heat to them. Not a lot, just a little bit of heat. Let me see. I got some Texas Pete. Excuse me. I got a little bit of Texas Pete I'm going to put on here. I don't know why my voice been trying to go somewhere. I don't know. We're going to put about a couple tablespoons of Texas Pete on these babies. Don't want to get it going too much. You know, Texas Pete has its own flavor. And we're going to make some dipping sauce. We'll figure out what dipping sauce we're going to make to go on here. I need to get some paprika going in here. I forgot my paprika. I need to get my paprika going. So, we're going to get, like I said, we're going to get those marinated and coated real good. Where is my, I know I got stuff in. I'm coming back, y'all. I don't know what the world's going on with paprika. I can't get it. Y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. Oh, some syrup or something that spilled up there, and the paprika was stuck. Let's put us a tablespoon of paprika on these babies. Okay. We just load these babies up, because I want that paprika and all those seasonings to be part of that crispiness. And y'all I know you not keep, but I know y'all probably trying to figure out, I wonder what she's gonna use to make them crispy. Well, we're not going to batter. What we're going to do here, oh, that smells so good, y'all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put in some, excuse me, guess what, a little bit of cornstarch. That cornstarch is going to make them crisp up. Oh, how did that happen? Lost one. Okay. Okay. Oh, you see this beautiful cookbook sitting back here? I don't know if y'all remember Fatima and Khadija Sadal. They're two of my beautiful, wonderful friends that I met on YouTube. And I've got one of their cookbooks. They sent me a cookbook. We just became YouTube family, just like y'all. And as you know, Fatima Fitma passed away a couple of years ago now. I hate to even think about it. So enough said about that. But anyway, I love the cookbook. And I thought, I was thinking of her as I was getting ready to do this. See, now I got myself going. But anywho, we're just going to get this going. Okay, I know, everybody's been praying about the government shutdown. Now, as I understand, it's opened back up, or it's opening back up. So, thank God for that, for whatever purpose it serves to help people to be able to do what they need to do in order to put food on the table. Of course, there are others that, feel like, well, we shouldn't have, we should have held out. You can see both sides of that, but that's easy to say when you got food to put on your table and, things like that. And a paycheck. Look, in my life, I know what it was like to be in lack. I've not always had a great financial life. I've had a great life because I'm living. But I've not always had a great financial life. So I know what it feels like to be down to that last few dollars to try to figure out what you're going to do with the money, pay a bill, or buy food. And I always made sure that when it got to be that way, and I had a couple of kids at that time. I had Tony and Tanya at that time. So I always made sure they ate. But I've been there. I know what it feels to stretch a dollar until the people on there will scream, Peggy, please stop. I'm serious. So, for those of us who feels like we should have kept the shutdown going, enough is enough as far as I'm concerned. So the government supposedly is back open, and as I understand, we'll be back at it again. But for now, because we have to watch what the Word of God tells us about. Don't give any worry about tomorrow. Just trust God for it, and that's what we're gonna have to be. That's why I say pray without ceasing all the time. We're gonna have to trust God for this. We can't plan for every little thing and know every little thing that's going to be going on and how it's going to come out. We just pray and trust God that just like for this, the government is opening back up. We have to trust God for that. So I'm on the side of, I felt like it should have never been shut down, but of course, my little 2 cents worth isn't making a difference. But I do understand why it was reopened, and I'm glad that it is reopened for the sake of the people who weren't getting paychecks, and for the sake of the people who weren't sure about where that next meal was coming. And in some situations, that had already hit some people. And for the other things that are coming, we're going to have to trust God for these things. And again, for those of us who had food on the table and didn't have to worry about it, or money to put gas in the car, or money to pay the light bill, the water bill, whatever, had that check deposited. Because everybody doesn't have that money set aside. I hear people say back when I couldn't afford to do it, I'm thinking, all right, yeah, right, sure. Have 3 months or 6 months worth of money set to the side so if something happens. Well, suppose something happened for 8 months, then you still out of luck. So my thing is this, I trust God for everything. And even right now, those people who were not being given paychecks during this time frame, yeah, they'll get a lump sum of money. But that money's got to go catch up. That's for a lot of people. It's not going to be, people saying, well, they need to take that money and put it in the bank. No, yeah, if they can afford to. It's just like saving. You save if you can afford to save. You can't save when you need to put food on the table or pay a light bill to keep your lights on, or get a pair of shoes for a child who's warm out down to the soul. So we need to consider, if you're not in that situation, I really don't think you need to speak on it. I've been there, so I'm on the side of, yeah, open that thing up and get those people some food to eat, whatever, and whatever other things that they were deprived of. So that's my soapbox for the government shutdown. Okay, we're gonna get back to these wings. Now I'm gonna go get I'm putting hands on them now. But I was trying to, it's not sore or anything, just trying to get kind of clogged up or whatever. So anywho, put hands on these wings. When I get them all covered in my little conger here, I'm gonna go ahead and put that. And I'm just making this part up as I go along because I don't really know it. We're gonna see, because we can only get so we can't. I'm not gonna cook them all at one time anyway. So we're gonna get as many of them in there as we can. And we're gonna turn that air fryer on and see what happens, okay? Y'all, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna start out with a couple tablespoons of this cornstarch. I'm not gonna put a whole lot, just enough to start out with a couple. May have to put some more. I don't think I put too much. So that's a couple tablespoons. And what I'm gonna do is get it incorporated into the mixture here. Remember now, I've not done this before, but I ain't scared. I ain't hardly scared. I love making up new stuff. That's what the world's all about, y'all. And I'm sure there are people that do this all the time. My counter is clean, so back up off me about that. Yeah. Okay. I think that each one is coated well. And what I'm going to do, now the recipe that I saw called for you to cut these tips off. I'm not cutting my wing tips off, I'm sorry. I'm going to put them in to the air fryer, as many as I can fit in that basket. You have to sort of space them a couple of inches apart, and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to get them going, and they're supposed to cook 10 minutes on each side. I think it's 10 minutes, and then turn them and cook them 10 more minutes on the other side. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I've got my first batch of wings in the air fryer. I only put 5 in there because they said to spread them out. So got them in there, and we're gonna let them cook. They have to cook 10 minutes on each side. When they cook 10 minutes, then I'm gonna come back and flip them and cook them 10 more on the other side. Okay, just to let you see what they look, they are beautiful. This is the first side. I'm gonna flip them over, and then we're gonna do them another 10 minutes, and they should be done. And this is what they look yummy. Okay, be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm going to cut this cauliflower. This is huge, big old cauliflower. I'm just going to use part of this, not the whole thing. I'm going to cook this along with some, I bought some, excuse me, I'm trying some Brussel sprouts. They're frozen, so this will be my first time frozen Brussels sprouts. We're gonna see how they work out. If they work out good, I will save myself, because usually I get the fresh Brussels sprouts, and it's not a lot of work, but I mean it's work. I'm gonna cut these cauliflower off here. You have to take that middle part out, pretty much like it looks sort of like a cabbage core, but it's not. It smells like cabbage. Sort of has a cabbagey. It's in the cabbage family. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to use a part of that Brussels sprout. Okay. that was my air fryer beeping at me to turn to add the foods already added. You just have to open and close it. I love this air fryer because it cooks those wings and they taste just like they've been fried in a regular fryer. So we're excited. So you all know how to do cauliflower. You have to just cut. So it sort of reminds you of broccoli. They're in florets. You just break them up or cut them up, however you're going to do them. Okay, so I'm going to do the cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. That's going to be the side dish to eat with these wings tonight. So, and I'm trying the wings also because you all know I prep and prepared Norik's lunch for him. I'm going to save some of these for him for his lunch next week. He'll be surprised. He'll get chicken wings. So chicken wings are something that you can they don't have to be hot. We'll send them to school with some chicken wings, so he'll be a little happy camper. Especially if we put some hot. He loves his food hot. So just gonna do these Brussels sprouts. It's a little. Sometimes they'll get a little weird looking little stuff. Just cut it right off, honey. Keep moving. Okay. Keep it moving. I think half of this is going to be a plenty. Plenty. I'm just going to take that knife and go down there. Put a little sprinkles up. You know, you can do this like riced cauliflower. You eat it like rice. I like it chunky like this. And what I'm going to do is just going to put in some olive oil and stir fry it. Stir fry it right up in the stove. It's going to be good, y'all. So hang tight. We'll be back. It is time now to get my Brussels sprouts and cauliflower going. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get those cauliflower in first. I got olive oil and butter. That's going to be so good, y'all. It's going to be wonderful. I got the heat all the way up on high. And I'm going to do about a teaspoon of, this is garlic powder, y'all. And then you got to get all your usual seasonings on it. Cauliflower, garlic powder. This is like everything but the kitchen seasoning. And garlic powder and everything but kitchen seasoning. Oh, I know. I'm going to sprinkle in about a teaspoon of this chicken bouillon seasoning. I'm going to stir that up. Then I'm going to go over and get my Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are very absorbent, so you have to get that, brush those in at the right time so you don't get them too salty. You don't want them too salty. So, here come the Brussels sprouts, y'all. This is about a good pound of, just a pound and a half. We're only going to do a pound. Not going to do the whole bag. I really wanted to just try these to see what they're like, the frozen kind. I think they're going to be pretty good. They look pretty good. Okay. Good, y'all. This is going to be so good. I can't hardly wait to eat with those wings. Those wings are nice and crispy. Just about ready to, I got my second batch in, y'all. Got that second batch of wings in. So what I'm going to do with these Brussels sprouts and cauliflower is just keep stirring them. And then I'm going to put this lid on top. turn the heat down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Whew, it smells so good, y'all. Those wings I tasted, y'all know I tasted one. They were so good and crisp. I love them. I think, and I'm going to cut some celery sticks and do some probably ranch dressing. I got some hot sauce and I got a little General Chili sauce. So we'll have 3 sauces to dip those wings in. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, those beautiful, look at those air fried chicken wings. They are wonderful. They are a hit. These are going to be replayed again for Thanksgiving. So I'm on track with my air fried chicken wings and, of course, my cauliflower and Brussels Sprouts stir fry is wonderful. We're going to eat those 2 together. I got a leftover baked sweet potato. I'm going to throw in the mix, and that's what's going to be for dinner. So thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for your prayers, your well wishes, your comments, and your compliments. And as always, please, 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 please pray without ceasing to the glory of God for all the things that are going on. And we thank God that the government hopefully is opening back up, and hope it won't take too long for people to get food on the table and bills paid and get those paychecks deposited in those accounts. We're just praying and we're hopeful and thankful and thank God that there was a way to get things going again. So thank y'all again. Love you. Appreciate you. Pray without ceasing, y'all. And go in the kitchen and cook yourself something good to eat.